Now it's time for us to be able to use rational exponents. I want you to pause the video and simplify these four expressions, then come back and check your work. Well, negative exponent, you know that that's going to the denominator. Same here, 3 squared, but in the denominator. And again, all of this goes to the denominator. 5 to the third power is 125. 2 times 3 is 6, and 1 times 3 is 3. Here's finally a positive exponent. 2 to the fourth power, 8 times 2 would be 16. A will go to the denominator, and B, 3 times 4 is 12. If the nth root of A is a real number, m is an integer, and m divided by n is in lowest terms, then a to the power of 1 over n is the same thing as the nth root of a. Notice we take the denominator and that becomes our index. And a to the m divided by n, again the denominator becomes our index, the numerator becomes our exponent. Let's simplify. 64 to the 1/3. That's the same thing as the cubed root of 64, which would be 4. The square root of 7 times the square root of 7 would be the square root of 49, or 7. The fourth root of 5 times the fourth root of 125 is the fourth root of 625, which would be 5. We are to convert these to radical form. Remember, the denominator becomes the index, the numerator becomes our exponent. This one's a little different because we've got a decimal. So first of all, we need to change it to a fraction. And we're going to have the square root of y to the 7th. It's negative, so we put it in the denominator, but we can't leave it there. We need to get this to some kind of exponent, even exponent, groups of 2. So if we multiply it by square root of y, then we can pull out 3 y's, leaving 1 under the radical. Multiply it by the square root of y over the square root of y, so we're going to rationalize this denominator. So y to the third times y, the square root of y squared, that's going to be a y we pull out, and we have to add it to this one. And in the numerator, we have just the square root of y. Convert to exponential form. Okay, so we know that our index is going to be our denominator, and our exponent our numerator. So a's to the power of 5/2. How about b? b to the power of 3/5. That was pretty simple, wasn't it? Okay, let's do a little practice on our own now.